So buckle up and let's explore. Adventure is the bridge between dreams and reality, and when we walk across that bridge, we can explore the unknown and uncover hidden wonders. The Mammoth Cave Trail. It was thrilling, mysterious, but at the same time, really exhausting. So let's go hiking in Mammoth Cave National Park. So windy today, and we've already reached the area near Mammoth Park, and now we're going to have some coffee and eat. So today, according to our itinerary, is the Mammoth Cave. So again, a lot of exploration and discovery. And Mammoth Cave is one of the longest known cave system of this nation. So I'm very excited to discover what lies ahead. The cave is more than a cave actually. It's home to thousands of years of human history and animal life. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and International Biosphere Region. So in our so-called Great America road trip, we decided to do the cave tour and go hiking in the Mammoth Cave National Park. Once we realized the state of Kentucky's best-kept secrets lay under its surface, we knew we had to visit. Kentucky is home to the world's longest cave system. That's right, little old Kentucky holds the world record in cave system in length. And given the poor lighting inside the cave, there is little opportunity for photos. Well, indeed, the cave was fat man's misery at times and also tall man's misery. The paved path thinned significantly as we moved in moments after the sign and caved in vertically as well, an appropriate caution sign for what was to come.
So at times you may see her, at times you may not. But if at any point on our cave tour today, if you need anything, no weapons, tobacco, e-cigarettes, selfie sticks, tripods, child backpack carriers. We do have a lot of junior rangers with us today. Adults, if you need to carry kids at any point on.
Well, I had to get the classic National Park sign shot at the entrance of the park. Mammoth Cave National Park became a national park in 1941 and the World Heritage Site in 1981, and it's no surprise why. And here's the best way to explore this gem. You take a guided cave tour. That means you have to explore the tour options and book a guided cave tour. We decided to take the historic tour. It's a 2-hour tour and we felt would be the best bang for our buck, and we also only had a few hours to spend in the park before departing to our next destination. This was ideal. Our tour guide took us through the historic entrance and told us all about. There are still plenty of miles waiting to be discovered. 8 new miles were discovered as recently as the fall of 2021.
Group in front of you, please catch up. Most of the time this is due to taking pictures, so you may have to.
And yes, adventurers, this tour is definitely not for the claustrophobic. The historic tour is about 2 miles long at a slow pace, and there are plenty of stopping points. But mind you, I caution you that if you are claustrophobic and if you are unfit, please do not think of embarking on this cavern trail. What I found most fascinating was the story of our tour guide Becky, and who we have to thank for all the discoveries we made in the Mammoth Cave. This tour gave us a great taste of the treat that is Mammoth Cave. Like I said before, I'm not a big cave girl, but won't turn down an opportunity to explore one either. After the Lost River Cave or Ruby Falls Cave, or the one which I visited in 2017, that is South Africa's the Cradle of Humankind. So after I started my cavern adventure, I felt that this Mammoth Cave National Park, located an hour and a half south of Louisville, Kentucky, is an underrated park in my opinion. I was amazed with how incredible Mammoth Cave was. We only spent days exploring, which I think was enough to experience the highlights, but I'd recommend at least a weekend to fully explore the park. Now, there are certain things to know before you embark on an adventure in Mammoth Cave. Mammoth Cave National Park is free to enter. There are no entrance fees required to access the park. Now, cave tours are the most popular thing to do while visiting the park, and the tours vary in length and difficulty level. So I'd recommend booking a cave tour in advance. You have the option to buy a ticket on site at the visitor center, but sometimes the cave tours are often sold out.
We'll be going around side saddle pit. We'll be crossing over the bottomless pit. We tested out that ladder this morning. Everyone will make it across. We'll get through it today. We'll have to check it out tomorrow morning before we take our tours down here. But no, I'm just kidding. We'll have a nice graded bridge over that. If you're up for it, you can look down. We do have lights. Why your tours were a lot longer. Because if we moved really quick, your lantern could go out. These lanterns here do not have any glass around them. Back then, glass was very, very expensive.
And importantly, after exiting any cave tour, the park requires you to walk across a station with soap to clean the bottom of your shoes. This is to prevent the spread of white nose syndrome, which is a fungal disease that has been impacting bat populations across the country. And the park also has great lodging options if you desire to stay within the park. There is the Sunset Terrace Hotel, the historic cottages, and the woodland cottages, of course, closed during the winter season. And for camping, there is the Mammoth Cave Campground, Maple Springs Campground, and Haushin Ferry Campground, all close to the visitors center. visiting Mammoth Cave, you have to take a cave tour. It's an incredible experience having the opportunity to explore the caves. The National Park System has done an amazing job making the tours enjoyable and informative. Now, at the Mammoth Cave, the different tour options are the Frozen Niagara Cave Tour, which is incredible and it takes about an hour and 15 minutes. Then the other popular tours are the Historic Tour, which takes 2 hours, the Domes and Dripstones Tour, 2 hours, and the Gothic Avenue Tour, 2 hours. We were surprised with how big the visitors center was. For a smaller national park, this was great to see. The visitors center had a small museum-like feel inside, giving visitors information and history on the cave. And you can also go for a hike, and there were surprisingly lots of different hikes within the park. The favorites were Sunset Point Trail, Cedar Sink Trail, Floyd Collins Trail, and the Green River Bluff, Eco River Springs, Sinkhole, and Heritage Trail.
The Mammoth Cave Trail. It was thrilling, mysterious, but at the same time, really exhausting.
And you should stop by the historic entrance, which is an iconic spot in the park to stop by. It's the largest natural opening of the cave, and it was originally the first entrance to the cave when it was discovered. And you can take a picture at the entrance sign. There are 2 entrance signs for the park, one if you are entering from Cave City and one if entering from Brownsville.
It was indeed a mammoth trail after the Mammoth Cave. Sweating profusely in this chilly weather after the trail, after the walk, after the cavern trail, and I've taken off my jackets.
After the exhausting cavern trail, we took an easy stroll to Sunset Point to enjoy a park favorite panorama of the Green River Valley, where you can catch the best views of fresh spring foliage and vivid autumn colors. Above the winding underground passages of Mammoth Cave, you can gaze over the hills and valleys that make up the Kentucky karst landscape. So this trail was very calming as we took a ridge-top walk to Sunset Point. Then we also had the novelty experience of a Green River ferry ride. Southern Kentucky is home to the longest cave system in the world, Mammoth Cave, and this area has been explored by generations of visitors for thousands of years, both below and above the ground. One of the unusual amenities found within the park is the Green River Ferry, and now the only active ferry along the Green River within the national park, and there's something nostalgic and charming about taking a ferry ride. The National Park Service reports the Green River Ferry was first developed in 1934, open 364 days a year except Christmas Day. The ferry can shuttle travelers of all kinds, vehicles, hikers, bikers and more across the river. And here, the bonfire sparks some excitement. And the golden hour is when the sun goes down and the bonfire goes up. Dancing flames, hot chocolate, glowing lights and warm air make for a beautiful atmosphere. Indeed, a crackling fire is the best place to be with your family. So, whether it's sipping chocolate or roasting marshmallows or sharing stories or simply basking in the warm glow of a bonfire, a curated collection of travel stories will ignite your hearts and inspire you to go on adventures in future. Hey there, adventurers, whether you are about to embark on an exciting journey or just need some inspiration to get you through the day, my travel vlogs will definitely ignite your wanderlust. Adventure awaits.